What's going on, folks? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and if you missed it or didn't see my previous video that I touched on the fact that the D&D movie Honor Among Thieves is going to be present at San Diego Comic-Con, which is currently underway, IGN happened to be at San Diego Comic-Con and has some inside stuff that we can actually take a look at via their TikTok page. So I'm actually going to pull that up here on my computer and we can take a look. They had a video sort of showing off them in the sort of tavern space. I guess they did a TikTok live. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Doesn't seem like it, but let's go ahead and take a look. So here is this.
We are here at San Diego Comic-Con to celebrate the new movie, Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Join us live on TikTok July 20th at 5 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be here hanging out with the cast of the movie.
Some special guests and some special surprises.
And some delicious drinks and many, many more. RSVP below, please. Oh, don't actually drink it. We are here at San
All right, so that also came out really loud. I don't know if it was loud for you guys, but it was super loud for me. But then we have this first video here you can see, which we'll go over in a sec. Actually, let's just check it. Or rewind it. So I'm going to rewind it here, and we're going to take a look and see if we can we pause it. We can. So we didn't really know too much about who was going to be what. We had a little bit of stuff. I speculated on it. God, it seems like almost a year, maybe 2 years ago at this point, based on what was provided in the copyright, which said something about like a rogue and a barbarian would team up with like a druid and a goofball wizard or something and take on a villain, right? But now looking at this, I'm wondering, is Chris Pine's character a bard? I kind of feel, I mean, we got the loot, right? So if we go fast forward and we take a look at his name when it pops up, it's got the D&D symbol for a bard, which is the loot. So that pretty much to me solidifies that Chris Pine is going to be playing a bard of some kind. I think it also stated that he may have worked for the Harpers. All right, so I mean, it's pretty obvious that Michelle Rodriguez is a barbarian, which again is denoted by the axe, which again is the Dungeons and Dragons symbol for barbarian, so that tracks. Now we have, what's his name? Renee, Roger, I don't know how you pronounce this, Ray-Jean Page from Bridgerton. That's the paladin symbol, which I thought was interesting. If we go back, it looks like he's got sort of like a double sword going on here. You see he pulls, like, you can see, where is it? On his waist. He's got a sword that he's pulled out of a scabbard here. But then he looks like he's pulling a shorter blade, so it looks like perhaps the handle of his sword pulls out into a dagger, which is a pretty cool concept. It's a cool thing you could add into your game. All right, moving on from him. And he fits it with the heavy armor aspects here. We have Justice Smith from Detective Pikachu. And that is, I believe, the wizard symbol. It's kind of like the fireball drop. It's not the druid. You know what? Let's just go to D&D Beyond, and we'll go and look at... oh, it's sorcerer. Okay, so here we can see all the different symbols, right? So sorcerer is sort of the fire drop looking symbol there. Okay. Then here we have... also, I don't know if you noticed, but what she's shooting with a slingshot looks like a tooth. That looks to be a tooth. Sophia Lillis, that would be the druid symbol. And then finding out with who we know to be the villain is Hugh Grant. Here we can see him flicking a dragon being the Forgotten Realms term for a gold coin. That's the dragon in Waterdeep Dragon Heist, for instance. And his symbol, if I recall, next to his name, right there, if you're unfamiliar, is the symbol for rogue. So again, I looked around. I wasn't able to find on IGN's TikTok the live that they did to see if we could, go ahead and track it and see what, like, to actually watch it. I'd actually meant to be here and do like a live stream of it, but I just totally missed it. I wonder if we can maybe find it on YouTube or something. IGN D&D live stream. Well, I looked this up though. What do you guys think about the casting and the classes? I'm pretty excited because that means we're gonna get a bard, which is gonna be like. I'm also thinking about this, in my opinion, visually, right? So what are we gonna get to see represented in visual format? Because for some of us, you may have in your head what a certain thing looks like, by the way. A spell may look or something of that nature. But at the same time, for some folks, it may be hard. Like, what does a cutting words look like if it were to happen in the real world, right? Well, perhaps we'll get to see it if Chris Pine's character is in fact a bard, which it seems that he is. We might get a chance to see something like that, right? We're also going to get to see paladin magic, something similar like lay on hands. Perhaps we'll get to see find steed, which would be pretty awesome. Sorcerer magic. We don't know what kind of sorcerer. It would be very interesting if he was a wild magic sorcerer, which I'm gonna actually speculate that he's gonna be a wild magic sorcerer because that, especially, I can't tell from that, but I wouldn't be surprised if his character is supposed to be like the call him like the Orko from He-Man, right? Like he could be a very powerful mage, but he just doesn't quite have it together, and that's represented by like wild magic surge going off and like doing goofy things, and like one of them gets a beard made out of feathers until they sneeze it away or things like that. And that could be the comic relief that I feel like a D&D movie doesn't have to be super serious, and it doesn't have to be all comedy, but it's about a Dungeons and Dragons games. And I'm sure you and I both have played in games that were attempting to be serious, games that were just kind of more, take it at, or the games that try to be serious and then someone's a jokester. And again, how can you take a game seriously when someone could accidentally give somebody a feather beard, right? But I'm going to speculate that, yeah, we're going to see wild magic sorcery because it lends itself to goofy humor. Whether or not that's the right call, I don't know, but I could see that working. Then we have a druid. Looked like she may have been possibly a satyr. She had horns. I didn't get tiefling vibes, but we do know that we have satyr as a race in D&D. What also would be very cool would be if these were not subclasses that we'd seen before, perhaps, right? Because this would be a brilliant way to get around that and make a whole book based on the movie, right? You could release a source book, time it to come out with the movie in 2023, and like this is either the adventure, the campaign set, well, the campaign setting's the Forgotten Realms, but either way, you could release an adventure with possibly the new subclasses. So, right, if it's a new bard, barbarian, druid, rogue, paladin, sorcerer subclass, that's what I would do. Is I would have it, maybe not, maybe it doesn't even have to be all of the characters, but maybe one or two are a subclass we haven't seen before. And then that's how you hype people up. Oh, do you want to play what you saw in the D&D movie, assuming that it's good? Pick up this new campaign setting or this new source book or what have you. That's a smart marketing move. I'd like to think WotC is there, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let's just try IGN D&D TikTok live stream. And this would have been from the past day. Past 24 hours. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. We missed the opportunity by not being there. But either way, I'm curious to see. Also, it should be open starting, I think, on the 21st, which is, today as of me recording this, to the public. So you guys may be able, if you're there at San Diego Comic-Con, to go inside the booth, take pictures, see what's going on. And if that's the case, I'd love it if you were able to get anything, images or video, or be able to show off anything unique that's there that maybe we can't just easily find out as people who are unfortunately unable to go. I'd love it if you could do that because I'd love to see it. And then we could make a video on it to credit you for sending me the video or pictures or whatever you send over. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm excited for the movie. Like I said, the other movies they exist. They are definitely a goofy, fun time if you like bad or like B movies and things of that nature. I do. I'm a huge fan of that. So that's right up my alley. But I actually have faith that like we're pulling some name actors here, right? And we've got Hasbro money now, so there's the potential that this could actually be pretty awesome. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, and I'll see you all next time.